Attention listeners! On October 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific, join WizBiz with Alex and Eric for a thrilling Halloween live stream on Twitch. We will be discussing Fiona and Cake and divining using a Ouija board and pendulum. It will be spooky fun! Don't miss out on the Halloween live stream extravaganza. Subscribe to our Twitch channel to stay updated and be part of the spine-tingling action. Visit twitch.tv/WizBizPodcast and hit that subscribe button. Be prepared for a Halloween experience like no other. We will see you there.
Time to get real! I want to see some crazy whiz-biz!
What's the magic made out of, ding dong?
I want to see some of that whiz-biz.
This castle is in unacceptable condition! Unacceptable! Mathematical! Bacon pancake!
Guess what? It's the WizBiz podcast with Alex and Eric, where we talk about Adventure Time and weird shit. This is another one of those episodes where we zoom through a bunch of Adventure Time episodes. We're doing Season 2, episodes 19 through 22. Those are Mystery Train, Go With Me, Belly of the Beast, and The Limit. Anyhow, my name is Eric. I'm one of your hosts, and...
My name is Alex. I'm the other one of your hosts.
Yes, and there is no third host, no matter what you have heard on the internet. There are only two hosts. The the WizBiz podcast.
Oh, that was weird.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah.
Only needs two hosts. If we had a third host, it would just get too confusing.
Yeah. Saying the Alex, that was weird.
I know. I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're back in the basement studio.
We're
time.
back in the echo chamber.
And there's two fun things.
What's that?
First, we have these cool new microphone baffle shields.
Yes.
Like I don't know if the audience will be able to hear a difference, but we should sound incredibly better.
Yeah, I mean, this setup is stupid, but yeah.
I like these things. It's sort of like you have this little miniature studio with the foam walls, but it's just like attached to the microphone.
Yeah, it's just a lot of... I mean, I need to stop living in a dank basement apartment that's really echoey.
It'll never happen!
No! Because we're living through late-stage capitalism, and the ability to afford a house is completely shut off.
The other exciting thing is when I went to pour myself a beer, I found that Alex has these wide mouth ball jars, like mason jars, that are very, very tall. They're like maybe 20 ounces, and they're like enormous pint glasses. They're kind of cool though.
Yeah, I'm fond. I got them for smoothie portability, and I've so far used them to drink water out of.
I'm drinking beer out of mine, and I totally feel ghetto fancy.
As well you should.
Hmm.
So, Eric, what's been going on in your life since last we spoke?
Well, probably the most exciting thing that's happened in my life since last we spoke is Mercuralia, which is the festival of Hermes and Mercury, and my Hermetic Lodge had a big ritual that we did on top of Mount Tabor, where there was chanting and an altar, and everybody wore robes, and it was fun.
Yeah, I got an invite to that, but it was 90-something degrees, and I work in an office without air conditioning right now, so the idea of leaving the office and then being more hot just wasn't going to happen. There was 0% chance of that shit happening.
Yeah, luckily the weather broke.
Did it?
Yeah,
okay.
So it was the day that we were supposed to we had like the flood warnings and the thunderstorms and stuff. It didn't rain very much up there, but it cooled down a lot. So it was hot, but not unbearable. The heat wave always just... This is we did a good job this year, and we broke heat records in Oregon. We had more 90-degree days than ever.
It's good. It's almost like there's some kind of like a change happening in the climate.
We call it the toaster ovenification of the planet.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's probably like a pithy way to put it. We should put that on t-shirts.
Yeah, for sure. How do you like your English muffins? Climatized?
Yes. Really quick, we're just into Adventure Time now. Very quickly, we did a skip episode that we did 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Do you have your notes for that in that book?
Yes, I do. Is that because we're doing another skip episode?
Yes, but I need it. This is going somewhere.
Okay.
I need to know the names of those episodes. If you know them off the top of your head, that's even better.
Those episodes were The Pods, The Silent King, The Real You, and Guardians of Sunshine.
Perfect. Who won those episodes?
We never voted.
Exactly.
Oh, so we need to go back and vote.
Because I was editing that one, and we say, or maybe it was the next one, but one of them we say, we need to remember to vote on who wins this episode, and we never get back to it.
It's like we need a Post-it note.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
No, Eric, we do need a Post-it note. I wrote the word win down when we brought it up in the episode. I have a note here. I had it in front of me as we're recording, and neither of us remembered to do it.
That was... Okay, now that was like 2 of our episodes ago, maybe 3 of our episodes ago. All right, well, who do you think? Who are you going to...
Adorable pigs with wands.
Except that those are pretty major characters.
Yeah, they never return, though.
Okay, that's true. I am going to pick Gummy.
Which one's Gummy?
Gummy was one of the goblins.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He's
okay, good.
played by Michael Anderson.
Perfect. So I'm going to have this note right here, win, and we're going to remember this episode. At the end of it, we have to vote on who wins the episode.
You know what? I might actually choose Werewolf Queen, who didn't actually show up in the episode but was mentioned in The Real You, where we're told that the answer is always Werewolf Queen. So I feel like if we're asking who won those episodes, the answer should probably be Werewolf Queen, since the answer is always Werewolf Queen.
I don't like the grammatical problem there, because "ver" is the Old English for man. So it's man-wolf.
Man-Wolf Queen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, don't get all turf on me.
I am. I'm a. Oh, there's no way I can fit that into
Nope.
werewolf. What would the turf be for werewolf? Wharf. I'm a wharf. I'm a werewolf, exclusionary radical
Feminist.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something funny for the F.
Wharf.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, like from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've established that we're going to vote on that later, and I'm really looking forward to forgetting.
Okay,
all right,
me too.
Let us talk about Season 2, Episode 19, The Mystery Train, which I have one fun fact about this episode.
Okay.
This is the least amount of notes I've ever taken on any episode in the history of WizBiz. I wrote 2 notes down and then just sat there with a blank look on my face, just wanting it to be...
It's a bad episode.
I don't think it's a bad episode. I think it is a what would you call it? It's like a...
Insipid?
It's a C- of an episode. It's just like a...
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you passed, I guess, but like... There was
just not a lot. So I think like this was the first appearance of Colonel Candy Corn, which is kind of interesting.
Wait. Well, let's not talk about him, because I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe you looked it up, but if you didn't, I would like to know, what would you think the spelling of his name is? Is it Colonel Candy Corn?
Yeah.
No, but I mean the pun is Colonel.
Sure.
Candy Corn. Or is it spelled like Colonel, like a corn
I
kernel?
bet it's spelled Colonel like
Colonel.
Colonel.
Okay.
But I know I looked it up. I didn't pay attention to see if there was a joke in the spelling. But yeah. I know that there's supposed to be. I really liked Dr. Donut, too. He was a little ridiculous.
I like Dr. Donut's skeleton.
His skeleton
very cute.
was cute, yeah.
And this episode does mark yet another character near a mode of transportation trying to molest Finn. In the beginning, the train conductor's like, "Ew, little boy, come on my train." It's like, ugh.
But that was Jake, it turns out.
That doesn't make it better. So your brother that you live with is trying to fuck you? No, it's probably not much worse than a stranger trying to do it. Maybe it's better because you know him, but still, I feel like the betrayal would be worse.
Yeah. Okay, so there are a couple of things that some of the stuff that I liked in this episode were the sound effects. So when Finn sleeps, he has the honk shoe snore.
Oh yeah, we like a honk shoe.
It was very honk shoey. Like it was honk shoe. Like his snore is very honk shoe.
Let me. I know I talk about racism too often, but I'm going to bring it up here. I feel like that sounds racist for some reason, and I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know, like honk shoe. It just feels like, maybe the shoe has like an Asiatic sound. Maybe that's why I'm coming up with it. I'm not saying you're being racist in any way, shape, or form. It's just, like there's like phonemes that like you're like, oh, that sounds kind of gross. Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, honk shoe. It's a
Yeah, I don't know,
traditional
like literally
cartoon snore noise.
I know you're 100% right, but my inappropriate radar is going off of
I feel like if we were going to have a stereotype of some ethnicity that snored the most, it would be white people.
That's an interesting point. I don't know. I feel like everybody snores because the Japanese have a big, I only know from anime, but they always snore in anime and have a little snot bubble come out of their nose.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty gross too. And then I'm trying to remember if the least racist character ever made, Slowpoke Gonzalez, if he snored. Anyway, let's go back.
Did he ever even sleep?
I mean, I thought the whole point of his character was like he took siestas.
Oh, you're talking about like Speedy Gonzalez's brother or something?
Yeah, Slowpoke
like that?
Gonzalez.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember him.
You don't remember that? Oh, jeez, come on, Eric.
Oh, the other sound effect I really liked in this episode is when Finn jumps onto it, at the end they've got that great. So there's that great chase scene on the train.
Before you do that, because that's my other note.
Yeah.
And since I only have 2 notes, I want to bring it up, and you're going to know the answer. I'm glad that you don't know who Slowpoke Gonzalez is. What is that jumping noise from? It's something from the 70s, right?
About.
I know.
That's the $6 Million Man's jumping noise.
Thank you. I don't know. I know
both
that
the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman had jumping noises like that.
So I know that as a reference to you're jumping high or like some kind of extra normal ability. And I know the reference from various other shows and movies and things that like do that joke, but I was like, I know it's from some 70s show, but I've never seen, I don't know that.
From what I recall of those shows, anytime Lee Majors used any of his bionic abilities, it would make that noise. So it wasn't just him jumping. Like, I don't even remember all the details. He had like a bionic leg and a bionic arm.
Like when he fought the Sasquatch, did it make that noise? It's the only other thing I know about that show is that he fought a Sasquatch in one episode.
I'm sure, because it was anytime he used one of his powers, it would make that like noise, and I love that noise. I wish that I could actually make it.
It's also referenced in the book The Martian by Andy Weir, that one of the people as their comfort watch, they brought a USB stick of like 70s TV, and he's watching those episodes, and he said that one episode, the Bionic Man fights a rogue satellite that was supposed to go to like Neptune or something, but landed on Earth and I guess turned evil, which are like, this show sounds like shit. So there's all my notes on this dumb train episode.
I have another Martian reference note in Kim Stanley Robinson wrote a
the Red Mars, Green Mars.
Yeah. In Red Mars, there's a scene where one of the characters is jumping on Mars, and they call it a John Carter jump.
Oh, that's fun.
And I was kind of like, oh, I like that reference. I loved the Barsoom.
I love the movie. I've never read the books.
You are such a monster.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, the movie was fun, but it was
I didn't see the movie. I just like saying that when movies are really bad compared
I know
to the books.
If John and Alex Hate Stuff does an Eric birthday episode this year, it's going to be on John Carter of Mars.
When's your birthday?
November.
When does Dune come out?
November.
I mean, think we already got your birthday episode planned.
Oh, yeah.
And this way I don't have to watch John Carter from Mars. Is that like Jake Gyllenhaal or somebody good as the lead?
I don't even remember.
No, I'm thinking
I know that it's
I'm
not
thinking
Dwayne,
of Prince of Persia.
It is not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it should have been.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. He played Conan, though, didn't he? Oh, no. Jason Momoa played Conan.
Really?
Yeah, they rebooted Conan recently.
Oh, that's right. Right. I'm certain I watched that, but I don't think I paid
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Do you have any other thing about this dumb train episode?
Let's see.
Oh, how old is Finn turning? Did they even establish that?
They don't. I was watching the season 8 stuff, and Finn is like 16 or 17 in those. So this is season 2. He's probably 12.
But I mean, who knows how that progresses?
We do learn in Go With Me that he's not into smooching yet. So I assume he's probably not 13. I feel like when you turn 13, you probably get a little bit into smooching.
He does get red cheeks at one point when he gets kissed on the cheek.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's probably like at that, like...
he's still in smooch denial.
He's at the... what do you call, I don't remember the medical term for it, but like that area when you're just starting puberty, but you're not in puberty, there's like the kind of,
Prepubescent?
no, but there's like a fancy term for it and I don't remember
Is
what
it
it is.
prepubescent fancy?
No, but like really fancy. I used to know
Oh
it. It's
my
like, you know,
God.
like some really dumb word that I was.
Is it liminally pubescent?
Yeah, it's like it's some really dumb thing that at some point I
Pubescent
had in my head.
liminality.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put him there because
Okay.
you know, yeah, I don't know.
Because he does
I'm uncomfortable
start
with it.
off this episode, go with me, with, man, I don't want to be smooched.
Yeah.
So this episode, I like this. This episode is a cute one. It's fun. It's got kind of like, you know, the four kind of main characters, Finn, Jake, Marceline, and Princess Bubblegum, entangled in basically a short rom-com.
Yeah, it's very, very. What was that show? Three's Company. It's very
Three's
Company.
Company. Yes.
Here's just the beginning of this.
And also, I want a loot suit.
Yeah. I kept thinking of. I don't remember who did it. Do you remember in the '90s when like swing music came back for like 3 months?
Oh yeah. There's the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Well, one of them had a band. It had a song called "Zoot Suit Riot."
Zoot Suit Riot.
Yeah, Loot Suit
throw
Riot.
back a couple of beers.
Yeah, that's. But I had that
Zoot
with the
Suit.
Loot Suit every
Yeah.
time it came on. Yeah, don't you? It's Mr. Loot Suit. We meet PB in this episode, and she's practicing for a death metal whistling thing.
Yes, and she's a horrible whistler.
Yeah. How would you incorporate whistling into death metal? I'm not sure that the Cherry Poppin' Daddies count as death metal.
We can always hope.
Big Bag Voodoo Daddy, maybe.
Maybe.
And those are the only other bands. Oh, no, the Squirrel Nut Zippers, definitely.
Squirrel Nut Zippers are definitely death metal.
And that's 100% of the bands from that era that I remember.
I think that's all of them.
There's probably one more.
Yeah. So there's a couples movie night, and Finn has to invite a girl, and he tries to avoid it by being like, "Oh, invite this goose. Oh, I'll invite this blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
So one of the things in this episode is there's hostility between Princess Bubblegum and Marceline, and we find out like 6 seasons later that they used to date.
Well, I may be indelicate here, and this is not as a joke.
Okay.
So I apologize if I'm offending anybody on the LGBTQ, etc. spectrum. Was Marcy's new haircut meant to be the stereotypical lesbian cut? You know, that
I
flip
don't
over
know.
and shaved side? Because
Yeah.
the first time she's ever had that on the show,
Mhm.
and this is the first inference that her and PB used to date.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that was a choice.
It's a good question. I don't know enough about when the team decided to have Peebs and Marcy have some sort of background, and
Yeah.
whether that background was ever supposed to be romantic up until the end. Like, I'm not sure. They never really made it very explicit. But the art in this episode was different. It was kind of lower quality.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought PB was a little off model. Like she looked weird.
And so was Marceline.
Yeah.
And even so was Finn.
Well, Marceline, I wrote off to the hair being different.
But there were just other stuff about
Oh, really?
her.
I
She
didn't-
looked
I
a
didn't pick up
little
on that, yeah.
lazily drawn,
Yeah,
which is saying something for Adventure Time.
that's true. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the whole setup is Finn's trying to get to the thing, and he's trying to woo PB into going with him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know he's pitching woo. He thinks he's trying to talk her into it as a friend.
Yeah.
And I do love the line, "You got to stop taking advice from your dog and listen to a real girl."
Yeah. I
Because
love that too.
I feel like that's really good advice. Just overall in your life, if you can just hold that close to your heart. If anybody listening is in high school still, really good idea for a high school yearbook quote, you know, for your senior year.
And also, Marceline does have a little bit of good dating advice. She does say girls love fun more than anything.
True. And
And that's kind of true of everybody.
I met my ex-girlfriend by wrestling her. I saw
Wait,
her.
so that works?
Yes, I saw her in the street and I went, I'm going to pitch woo with that young lady. And I said, pardon me, madame, I would like to pitch woo to thee. And she said, what the fuck are you talking about, sir? So I put her in a headlock and said, I'm pitching woo. And then, 4 years later, we broke up. But,
Was there did anybody hit each other with a chair? Was there a chair involved, or maybe like a
her friend that was with her hit me repeatedly with a chair, screaming, why the hell are you wrestling my friend? Some other.
So that would have been a great opportunity for a pile driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah. Well, no, wait, here's the thing, though, is I didn't want to break either of their necks. So after the friend stopped beating me, I was all like fucked up because I got hit with a chair a bunch. And then the girl that I ended up dating that I headlocked after pitching woo, she said, "Oh, you poor thing, you're all jacked up in your face.
Oh, you
because
totally
your face got
used
bashed
the
in."
Marty McFly method.
Exactly, and also that's
Okay.
why my face looks like this because I got
right.
smashed in with that explains my hideous visage. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we dated for a while. It was good, and then weirdly enough, she broke up with me by wrestling as well.
You know,
She caught me in a heel hook and then told me she's leaving.
I think what we call that is bookending. You know,
Yeah.
where
She was good at that.
major events build up to a climax, and then they sort of unfold in a mirroring of the previous events.
Yeah, it was just like poetry. It rhymes.
It's totally a literary device.
Yeah, it's like the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah.
But yeah, she put me in a heel hook and told me she was leaving, and I thought, she's a smart lady. She was good at telling stories. I mean, I'm like, I get that. I'm glad we went that way.
Also, heel hook, that's a sophisticated move. That's not an easy one.
Yeah,
I feel like she really put some thought and effort into this.
it absolutely shattered both my ACL and MCL.
And ego.
Yeah. No, I mean, I knew she could take me. I mean, the first time we met, she beat the shit out of me with a chair. Well, her friend did, but I'm pretty sure she got some licks in.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work, they say.
Exactly. I miss my old face, though. Anyway, back to the episode.
I loved the line where Marceline's advice does get worse. At one point, she's like, okay, enough of the fun. Princess Bubblegum needs adventure. She needs to be chased by wolves. And Finn's like metaphorically? But the scene where they go out running with the wolves and howling at the moon and fighting with the wolves and like just the wolf scene, I love. It's just classic Adventure Time, and it's such a great bonding moment between Marceline and Finn.
Yes.
Like she does become such an important character, and it's great seeing her have these sorts of moments. Finn, I think, we talked about this with Henchmen, where Finn, I think, is really instrumental in reminding Marceline of her humanity.
Yeah.
I think that there's more depth to their interaction than comes across in sort of like a lighthearted scene.
Well, this episode also was the first one that... So I've always kind of shipped Finn and Marceline. Obviously...
Yeah.
No, not obviously, because she dated a boy too. But I always thought like they should once Finn gets, of legal age, whatever that is on OO, that they should give it a run.
Mm-hmm.
And this was one of those episodes that starts at it. Because this is kind of where my crush on Marceline really comes in earnest. She can turn her into a giant demon. She can bite wolves. There's a lot of...
There's a lot of tentacles.
Yeah. There's tentacles, which I, coming from my hentai background, I really, really love. But
she can also turn into a bat, and she can change size.
Yeah, I can do that too, though.
Yeah, right.
I mean, changing size is a gradual thing. It's generally only larger, but yeah.
But changing into a bat.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
I can only do it on a full moon, and I have to be walking Widdershins. But it's you know how it works.
Oh yeah.
We all know science.
Oh man, anybody can see this. In fact, there's a full moon in just a couple of weeks. Go to the center of Lads Edition on the evening
we'll
of the
live
full
stream
moon.
on Twitch.
Yeah. We'll live stream it on Twitch. Alex will change into a bat.
Walk Widdershins around the lad circle, and then then I say my name 3 times loudly at the sky and scream, "I will kill you" at the moon, and then I turn into a bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
The moon
Sometimes
knows
he
what
goes
it
to
did.
jail.
Yeah. Well, you got to change neighborhoods each time. Okay, so
So Finn gets banished. Finn finally realizes he has this little thing where he's like, "Oh, it was Marceline all along." He goes to her house, and they have a great conversation where Marceline's like, "I don't want to date you," and Finn's like, "What? I don't want to date you either. We're just gonna be friends. I want to go as friends." And they do, and it's cute. It's really nice. It's kind of I feel like it kind of breaks the mold of stupid sitcom romance.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go and the Finn actually gets a crush on her. I mean, I think Finn does get a crush on her as the series goes on, but the point is, I'm glad they didn't go that way on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, because as we've joked and then said very seriously, Finn's sexuality is brought up way too fucking much on this show. For not on this show, on Adventure Time. I would like to never bring it up because he's a child, but this show keeps forcing. I mean, I guess when you're a kid, you think about that shit a lot. But yeah, I'm glad that it came out in like a kind of friendly, chaste kind of thing. And I like the reveal. And I wrote down this quote that Marceline's like, "Well, why did you think you need to blah, blah, blah?" And Jake said couples night has weird kissing requirements and complex initiation rituals.
Yeah.
I like Finn when he suddenly becomes smart. And that's a fun line. Yeah.
Well, even when he asks if the wolf chase is supposed to be metaphorical, that's a fairly intelligent line for Finn.
Yeah.
Like he's he sometimes is he's kind of an idiot, but every once in a while he's smart.
And I like the last line of "couples night sucks,"
Mm-hmm.
and then they pan over and there's two gummy people just going down on each other hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love also. I mean, it's a dumb ending, but the ending where they ride the wolves screen.
Yeah, that's fun. I like it. I want to ride wolves through a movie screen sometime.
Yeah, I would love to ride wolves
again.
Vaseline. I think that sounds like amazing. Okay, so any notes on that episode?
No,
me neither. It was really.
She says Alfweda's in it again. Eh.
Alfweda's in. Yeah, well, it's pretty well established by the end of Adventure Time that Princess Bubblegum is a fluent German speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a polyglot. Thinking of words that sound really gross but aren't.
Yeah.
Polyglot just sounds great. Polyglot sounds like a cyst.
Speaking of words, let's do a segment now. Do you have any shiny rocks?
Not only do I have a shiny rock.
Yeah?
I have a shiny rock that references this episode.
What? Is it polyglot? Because
No.
I already know that one.
No, and you're probably going to know this one too. Actually,
Okay.
I'm very sure you're going to guess this one.
Okay.
Do you know what semantic satiation is?
Semantic satiation? I feel like that's when the semantics satiate you. Like, doesn't it just mean what it says?
Nope.
Then what's semantic satiation?
You know, sometimes when you say fun so many times that the word loses all meaning.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
it's when you just keep repeating a word, and so much to the point you're like, is that even the word anymore? And the word stops being the word. You're like, fuck, my brain's breaking. That's
I
semantic
feel like
satiation.
I would call that semantic saturation.
Well, you're not a scientist, and I got that from a scientist.
Look. I'm through with this shaming of me for not finishing college. I didn't finish college because there were more fun things to do.
I'm not shaming you for not finishing college. I'm shaming you for not being a scientist.
But don't you have to finish college to be a scientist?
You know, you could be like a fringe weird scientist, like a Dr. Moreau thing. Okay, so I have one more thing in this segment.
Okay.
I found from depths of Wikipedia on Instagram, which I've stolen from before. It's not stealing if you reference it, but there's a list of what the phrase "you can't have your cake and eat it too" is in other languages.
Oh.
So, for instance, in Albanian, it's "to take a swim and not get wet." Czech is "you can't sit on two chairs at the same time." Which, by the way, if you're American, you can easily do that. Bulgarian is "you can't have both the dick in the ass and the soul in heaven."
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Hebrew, it is impossible to hold the stick from both ends. Which,
what?
yeah.
How long are Jewish sticks?
Yeah, or were Jewish people like one-handed for a long time?
Maybe a stick is of a certain length.
Yeah. In Romanian, you can't reconcile the goat and the cabbage.
Okay, that makes sense.
Tamil, which I don't even know what that is, desire to have both the mustache and drink the porridge. Which I feel like is very much you.
Oh yeah, I know that problem.
Yeah. In Tigrinya, again, don't know where that is, you, in quotes, a lady, wanted a man.
Oh, by the way, Tamil, that's Sri Lanka.
That's what I thought, but I was
you know, like the Tamil Tigers?
As I said that, I'm like, oh, I actually do think I know where that is.
You know the musician MIA? She's Tamil.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
Do you know what Tigrinya is?
Tigrinya? No.
Yeah, it's you, a lady, wanted a man, but you hate the beard. You wanted a man, but you hate the beard.
That's a rough spot to be in.
Yeah. Tigrinya, I don't know if I can turn this far enough without fucking things up, has a cool alphabet.
Oh, that's an Ethiopian alphabet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah.
It's called, is that called Agardic, I believe?
I mean, that sounds like something Thor would use.
Sorry.
Agardic.
I know I'm wrong. I know that's not it exactly.
You 100% could be right. I have no fucking idea. It just sounds very Norse. Hold on. Okay, so that was a little section I like to call stuff from
Look at
some
this
website.
shiny rock I found.
Oh, no.
And also the websites that have rocks that are shiny.
Depths of Wikipedia on Instagram. Can't recommend enough that you don't follow them because I'm probably going to steal more from them and I want it to sound original on our show.
There's a really good Twitter account that also does sort of like the depths of Wikipedia thing where they just post little portions of screenshots of and I love it. There's just
that's what this is. Maybe it's the same account on Twitter.
It could be, yeah. Maybe. I have to say I love falling into a wiki hole every once in a while and just following threads deep into the depths of Wikipedia. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. I've done it before. I used to play the, you get I don't remember the name of it, but it's kind of like a 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, but like you say, name, like literally just name anything.
Like Lord Byron's left sock.
Lord Byron's left sock. Well,
Something that has a Wikipedia page.
yeah, something that has a Wikipedia page or can be referenced in a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, so you could be like the
You could do
Galapagos Islands.
I mean, we could do Lord Byron.
yeah,
would be
Lord
fine.
Byron would be great.
Okay. And then I'm going to say Ka, as known in the Egyptian.
Oh, I've already got the connection.
Dude, but the idea is you just see how many times you can click
Uh-huh.
in Wikipedia, and the lowest number of clicks wins.
Oh, I could totally do this.
So what would be your...
I would go Lord Byron, Percy Bysshe Shelley, Ozymandias the poem, ancient Egypt.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I don't think I would have gotten to Ozymandias. That would have taken me a while. Also, I was really bad at the game, so I didn't play it that much. But yeah.
Well, I've got too much stuff in my head.
Yeah. So speaking of too much stuff in your head,
How many things do you have in your stomach?
I have cute teddy bears.
Aw, do they all have emoji on their bellies?
No, they're like those ones from the Grateful Dead that like hold hands and
Oh, see, you have to have the emoji bears.
yeah.
Except-
Emoji bears, I love those on my breakfast cereal.
Except the only problem with emoji bears is they're fireworks. You have to get the laser pointer kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also need a stomach that doesn't digest things.
Yeah, because you don't want to turn your emoji bears into the stuff.
This stuff, which is what they call poop.
Stuff. Yes.
In Jonah and the Whale,
Uh-huh.
from what's that, the Bible?
Oh, yeah. I think I've heard of that
Yeah.
book.
Did they even like discuss the bile and stomach acid?
Did they ever make a movie out of that book? It's such a big book. I don't think I want to read it.
The Bible?
Yeah.
Not the whole thing, like bits and pieces. They have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like the Mahabharata.
No. Well, like the Jonah and the Whale was Brendan Fraser. The Whale. I think he won like Best Actor for it. That was based on Jonah and the Whale.
My favorite being in the belly of a whale story is
Pinocchio.
No, The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen.
Oh yeah, I really like that movie. I was telling somebody about it recently because I had no fucking idea what that was.
God, I love that movie so much. And then there's that scene, so when they're in the whale, the Baron pulls out his snuff box and he says, he has this great line. It's the only line from the movie that I ever remember. I have often found a pinch of snuff to be most efficacious. And he uses his snuff to make the whale sneeze them all out.
Yeah. I guess I just want them being slowly dissolved while that happens.
Yeah, I feel like anything that gets caught in the belly of something, you never really see anything get all the way digested.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to call the editors of the Bible and have them put in a footnote.
I think about it a lot when I eat really spicy food and I pay attention to how long it takes before I get the ring of fire.
I think about it a lot when I think of those idiots that take the Bible literally. And it's like, there's a fucking story about an asshole inside of a whale.
And he's there for a long time.
Yeah. Like, you're dumb to take that book literally.
And also, how is there so much air down there? Shouldn't that big beast, shouldn't the whale or the beast or whatever, do they never burp? I don't think you're supposed to have that much air in your stomach.
No, I don't think it'd be buoyant anymore. Like, I mean, I think it'd be super buoyant because it'd just be full. Yeah.
I just don't think it'd be healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to think this book's stupid.
And also this episode.
Yeah. Here's my notes. Let's just blast through.
Right.
There's bears in a stomach. They have to talk the bears out there. That's the whole episode.
Right.
Here's the fun things. We noticed that one of the bears has a shit emoji.
Yeah, it looks like I think all the bears have emoji on them.
Yes. But I went, oh, shit emoji. The excuse for shit emoji is that it originally was supposed to be ice cream. That's what people were joking around about.
And it looked like the shit emoji in this was pink.
No, but there's a shit emoji. But there's another bear with an ice cream cone. Which means in the hieroglyphs of this show, if there's already an established ice cream emoji, one on a cone, the other one must be, by the transitive property.
No,
shit.
Not necessarily. The ice cream in the ice cream cone is hard serve ice cream. The shit emoji is supposed to be soft serve ice cream.
Oh, so you're saying the difference between, okay, so it's soft serve. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't buy it. I think it's poop. Or the stuff, as they like to call it.
It's the stuff.
I also like to point out that when they meet Party Pat, the leader of these bears, he's laying on some form of organ, and it's supposed to be like a waterbed.
Yeah.
Dude, Party Pat fucks.
Party Pat is crazy. I would love to party with Party Pat. Or you know what? 25-year-old me would have loved to party with Party Pat. I think at this point I'm a little too old. I wouldn't be able to keep up with him.
Yeah, I mean, you got those cool honey-based energy drinks though, so that'll keep going.
And you know those rave bears, those party bears, they were definitely on something.
Yeah, they're high on honey juice. What's that stuff? Mead.
Yeah,
It's mead and Red Bull.
I think it's mead and hallucinogenic mushrooms. Yeah, it's this episode is fun but fairly inconsequential, and
I find there's nothing to it. Even
there's so little substance to it. They basically just, and I'm a little irritated about the part where the beast drinks the lava.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they establish that the beast is pretty much impervious. You know, the Finn hits it with a sword. They do all this stuff to it. Nothing seems to bother it. It swallows trees whole, and everything's fine. The only thing that ever seems to bother it is that the bears use fireworks.
Yeah,
but then it drinks lava.
Well, it did have bags under its eyes, so maybe he's bothered by the fireworks because of the noise.
And he just gets kept up at night.
That's going to be that's my supposition.
All right, because I do think that the beast is pretty much invulnerable.
Yeah. The only other thing about this episode is Party Pat's played by Andy Samberg of Saturday Night Live fame. I think he's from Saturday Night Live.
I don't know.
I know him from Comedy Bang Bang.
I believe you, and I don't know who this guy is.
I think he's the lead guy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's married to Joanna Newsom, who's one of my favorite people.
Do you have a picture of him?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, that's the Brooklyn Nine-Nine guy.
Yeah.
All right, I do know who he is.
Yeah. Married to Joanna Newsom, who's like my favorite artist.
He kind of looks like Party Pat in real life.
Yeah. Andy Samberg, he's a guy.
He is.
And he played Party Pat. This episode's stupid. I mean, I would love to drum up more enthusiasm, but like, there's literally nothing. It's a fun, cute episode. Again, C-. It's just like
Just remember, before you talk to the chief, you must party with the chief. It is the only way. Mm-hmm. That's the best quote from the episode.
Yeah. And Party Pat putting on a fake third eye to like feign enlightenment. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
He's like, oh yeah, and this is a sticker.
Yeah. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's just not worth talking about it. Let us not waste our precious years on this earth.
Okay.
Prattling on about...
All right, yes. Enough with the belly of the beast. Let's move on to Season 2, Episode 22.
Oh, wait. Before we move on, do you have a segment at all?
No, not really. Do you have a segment? Do you have another one?
No. Okay, so Season 2, Episode 22.
The Limit! Not like the Eagles song.
The Eagles song. I'm not coming up with it.
It's okay. That's fine. It's not my fault that you're uncultured.
Yeah, I'm just not as old as you. You're ancient ass. You're probably standing online when that album came out.
So The Limit is really an episode exploring the culture of the hot dog nation, who are ruled over by a hot dog princess. The hot dog people are idiots. They make the candy people look like fucking geniuses, honestly. Like,
yeah,
they really do. They really
they
make the banana guards look competent.
Yeah. They're real dumb. Their nation seems to be just like a 4-foot diameter playpen.
Yeah. I've been curious about that because there were a lot of hot dog guards in this episode, and I'm not sure that they would all fit in Hot Dog Kingdom, but there must be more to it.
Well, so as we're discussing this show being a little lazy in the drawing this season, they really fuck up scale a lot. So in the previous episode, those bears were not nearly small enough to be fitting in the stomach of that beast.
That beast was not nearly large enough to
either
fit
way.
Anything.
Yeah, so that was, and I think maybe they just...
Transdimensional organs.
Maybe it's like a TARDIS inside.
TARDIS guts.
Yeah. I understand that. They find out that there's a labyrinth that some hot dog guards got stuck in, that at the center of the labyrinth, there is a wish-granting thing. And, of course, Finn and Jake... come together and say, of course we know what to wish for, an ancient psychic tandem war elephant.
Which is exactly what we would wish for, isn't it?
Which I would like to bring back my theory that I referenced a lot in Season 1.
Yes.
That the totality of the plot of Adventure Time and its main storyline is a retelling of the Mahabharata. If that shit ain't from Mahabharata, I don't know what is. Like, that is exactly the kind of shit that, like, somebody during that big-ass battle, like, the Bhagavad Gita part, like, somebody would be busting that thing out, you know? Like Arjuna and his bow, and then it's like, Dave and his psychic war elephant.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the ancient psychic tandem war elephant, it's ancient.
Yeah.
So it's probably been around since the Mahabharata.
Oh, yeah, it probably was. Yeah, it's probably in the Mahabharata.
It definitely predates the Mushroom War.
I probably would have asked him. Be like, hey, what was Arjuna like?
Yeah. We're like, delicious.
Yeah, that'd be funny if that was the end. Yeah.
Yeah, the ancient psychic tandem war elephant. Like this is an interesting addition to the Adventure Time universe because that thing is obviously a massively powerful war machine, and it does show up a few times through the rest of the series.
I know of at least one more time it shows up. The episode where Finn and Jake spend all of their money because they had so much gold that it popped out of the treehouse, and spilled out with it is ancient psychic war blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I can never say it right.
Ancient psychic tandem war elephant.
Yeah, I feel like the words are in the wrong order.
Yeah, they APTWE.
No, but I mean, I feel like it should be ancient tandem psychic war elephant.
No, it's more psychic than it is tandem.
No.
So a tandem war elephant
But
is
you
a
only
thing.
see one of his heads be psychic. So it means it's more tandem than psychic.
Right.
Face.
Because tandem war elephants are a thing. And this is a psychic tandem war. But it's also really old, so it's an ancient psychic tandem war elephant.
Yeah. I don't know.
Does that help at all?
No, not at all. Also, I'm kind of dumb, so like we can just leave it there. It's fine. I'm willing to cop to that.
So there's another time the ancient psychic tandem war elephant shows up, which is in the very final episode, when there's the final battle with Gulb.
I don't remember that. I mean, I remember that, but I don't remember
the thing
details.
that's dumb about it is he shows up after everything is done, like after the climax.
Oh,
of the episode,
that's right. I do remember.
And he's
that.
like, "I heard there was a war."
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like, well, you probably would have been useful.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's fun.
It would have been great to have him included because I would have loved to see ancient psychic tandem war elephant take on one of those chaos monsters or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, he's never really important, which is kind of a bummer. But one of the other things I think in this episode that is interesting is Jake's stretching power being...
Yeah, there is a limit to it.
Yeah, taken to its limit. Because that limit is also really, really important later on in other Jake stories. Like his powers having limits being important.
I think been specifically stretching limit. I'm like, does that come up again?
It does.
Really?
His stretching limit comes up like in season, in the final season.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the last 2 seasons since they aired.
I just rewatched them,
Yeah.
and I will tell you this: have some Kleenex. You're gonna cry a lot.
Yeah, I'm probably.
Yeah,
like I'm a mess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're really emotionally. They treat your emotions like a punching
I got
bag.
Misty playing fucking Legend of Zelda the other day.
Well, then you probably should just always have some Kleenex handy.
I do. There's a box like right there.
Oh, I didn't think that was for crying.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I also use it for other fluids,
Yeah,
like spit.
Right, or the stuff.
Yeah, because I poo in here often. Yeah, so he stretches a bunch. They meet a golem. They mispronounce that as Gollum, which that's the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Yep,
Golem is the Jewish weird mud monster with a
We do
scroll
learn
in
that
his mouth.
Hot dogs are immune to poison, which I feel like is kind of a given.
Is it though? Because I mean, so growing up in the New York metro area, hot dog vendors were famously there making people sick. That was like the joke.
Okay, but the hot dog isn't sick. Like the hot dog is doing fine.
So the so the hot dogs got poisoned, but then become venomous.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
So hot dogs are immune to venom.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you should eat one after it has been envenomed.
Gotcha. So it's it's kind of like a botulism kind of thing.
Yeah. It's
Got
sort of like I'm trying to think of an example in nature. I'm almost certain that there's some sort of animal that like eats something that makes it toxic to other stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that too. Like
I know that it's come up. I just can't remember.
I can't think of it either. That's annoying. But yes, that is a thing that happens
If
in nature.
only
and
we
I
had
can't
a
think of
scientist.
it. Don't get me fucking started. Jake's insides get all mashed up, and I love his admission that actually I'll do anything you guys want if you say my name 3 times.
Yeah. That's the best quote in this whole episode.
Well, what's fun about that is one, just funny, but and going to the Jake being kind of a frat bro sort of thing, but also because they're about to go into a wishing situation, using 3 times is evoking that
it is.
that kind of weird ancient mythology.
And he is a magic dog.
Yes.
So the hot dogs. Okay, I mean, if you've watched the episode, then you know that there are multiple sets of hot dog guards. There's and the hot dogs. There are 4 of the hot dog guards that go through the maze with Finn and Jake, and they are tiny idiots, but they're dressed in like classic D&D adventure outfits.
Yeah,
They've
their
got,
outfits are on point.
helmets and axes and swords and shields, and one of the hot dog guards has a shield with like a really classic symbol on it. Their little tiny outfits are adorable, and they just ruin everything. Like at the end, before everything is saved, there's only one hot dog guard left. The second to last one. So they get to the end where there's the mud ferret or whatever it is that's granting wishes, and one of them's like, "I wish I had a box," and a cardboard box appears. He's like, "Yes."
Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's happy. Good for him.
And the other one's like, I wish I could blow up, like get big, but it's too late. He explodes.
Yeah. That box guy though is right. Like he's got a tiny wish and he got it and it made him happy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's the best wish out of them all.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think there's a lot of so wish is like is a great D&D reference. Like there's a D&D 9th level spell. Those are the most powerful spells called wish. That
Wait, hold on a second. There's a spell called wish.
Yeah.
Also, 9th is the highest. Why not 10?
I don't know. It just goes back to the classic D&D stuff.
But I mean, aren't there 10-sided die or there 9-sided die too?
No, but 9th level spells are the highest level of spells.
What I'm saying is we need to make all the numbers reflect each other. So if you have a D10, why not have a level 10 spell?
So you know how when you roll a D10, there's a 0 on it?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, have you ever seen a D10?
No.
Oh my god.
I've literally played Dungeons and Dragons once.
Oh, you are so not a nerd. So not a nerd.
30 years ago.
I'm going to have to get you some dice just so you can see them.
I had my own set of dice for that Lovecraft game that John and I played that I don't remember the name of.
Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that has 10-sided dice.
It's got a bunch of different die in there, though.
Okay.
I'm sure about that because I had them. And I kept forgetting which one I'm supposed to roll because I played like one game of it. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
So so a 10-sided die is numbered 0 through 9.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm serious.
Are you?
I'm serious. They're numbered 0 through 9. So if you're rolling a 10-sided die and you roll a 0, you're just like, oh, that's 10. It's just they don't have room for 2 digits on the faces. So it's 0 through 9.
Of course they do. There's 20-sided die.
Yeah, but those numbers are littler.
So you're saying a font issue prevents people from having a level 10 spell?
Look, do I look like a plastic molding historian?
No, but you do look like Gary Gygax.
I should probably look more like Dave Arnott.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You should probably say that again.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, come on, you should say, no, but you look just like Dave Arneson.
And I don't know what either of them look like.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what Gary Gygax.
I mean, honestly, when I picture Gary Gygax, even before I met you, I feel like, not that he would look exactly like you, but I feel like you would be in the realm of Gygaxian look.
If there is a lineup.
Yeah.
There's like a police lineup and they were
exactly.
like, pick out Gary Gygax. He'd be like, probably that guy with the mustache.
Yeah. Because I feel like Gary Gygax would have your kind of ostentatious facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the kind of archaic glasses. Archaic's the wrong term, but the
look him up. Look him up right now.
Old style glasses.
Look him up. You'll be delighted.
Okay. Gary Gygax. I have no idea if that's how you spell it. Oh, that is. I'm not that far. Honestly,
you are not that far.
You do kind of look like Gary Gygax. Like, I mean, you don't look like Gary Gygax, but like, it's not a million miles
okay,
off.
well then now look up Dave Arneson. He was the co-creator.
Yeah, I know. I remember because
we've talked about this before.
Yeah. Oh boy, you also look like Dave Arneson.
Oh shit.
Holy shit. No, I mean, you really look like Dave Arneson.
Well, I talked to Dave Arneson
Wait. Look at, do you not know what he looks like? Look at that picture. That could be you.
Holy shit. I do look like Dave Arneson.
You look like Dave Arneson.
We might be related.
That's fucking crazy. Audience at home, man, you're sure you're glad this is an audio podcast.
I will make sure that there are pictures of Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax linked in the show notes.
Yeah, linked because we can't put pictures in it.
Yeah, but there won't be pictures of me. You're just gonna have to imagine.
Yeah, we did this one time though. You're very easily Googleable.
Yeah, very
your
easily.
Picture.
Yeah, it's true. Oh yeah. So what I was getting at is that no, the 9th level is the highest level of spell, but beginning in either 2nd or 3rd edition, they added cantrips, which are basically 0 level spells. So there are 10 levels worth of spells,
okay.
And also in I think. So in the early 80s, there was a set of basic Dungeons and Dragons that was non-advanced that came in like these colored boxed sets. And one of them was, So they sort of like went up in level, and the last one, the black box, was immortal level Dungeons and Dragons, where you were basically playing gods. And I think at that point you could get 10th level spells. So 10th level spells certainly show up every once in a while, but normal, plain old, off-the-shelf vanilla D&D, 9th level is as good as it gets.
Well,
And that's where
when
you
I
get, like-
recreate the universe, I'm going to make sure 10th level spells are there.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is obviously a lot of talk about this episode. Do you have anything else about it?
Well, I was just going to end with talking about the wish. The wishes were great. Like, I loved that sort of inclusion. And no, that's all I have.
Yeah. So audience at home, just to reaffirm, these episodes were a great idea. Because imagine us doing an episode with only 2 of these and trying to make this even. We're running short.
How are we possibly running short? We talked about 4
these
episodes.
suck.
I didn't even bring another segment to talk about.
No, all right. So that's the end of that. We have another segment we can talk about.
Okay.
Who won this episode? I fucking remembered.
Okay. I know who I'm going to vote for.
I want you to vote first because I haven't figured it out yet.
I'm voting for the Wolves.
Ooh, shit.
They were adorable. They were fun. They were foaming at the mouth. They made me excited about one of these episodes in a way where I was like, shit, I wish I was there. I want to be doing that right now. They never had names or speaking parts. All they did was howl and pant. And that's totally who I'm voting for is the Wolves.
I'm going to vote for the duck that Finn tries to kiss.
It's a goose.
That's a duck.
Well, he calls it a duck, but...
Well, and he's the arbiter of reality. He's the only human on that planet.
I think another really good...
There wasn't any Linnaeus giving binomial nomenclature to things.
True. I think another really good candidate might be the bear with poo emoji.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that was my second.
Who didn't
place.
do a damn thing.
No, he just was in the back.
We spent more time talking about him than we did about many other background characters.
All right, so here's the other segment we can do. What have you been reading, watching, playing, looking, living, loving?
Okay, so I've continued playing Slay the Spire. By the way, the call to action, maybe we should... my call to action this time is come and follow us on Twitch.
Yeah.
We're not twitching super often, but I think we're going to try to do it like once or twice a week. And I don't know, what are we going to be playing today?
I don't want to... we're going to be playing a game today. It's a whole thing. We're going to save it for the stream. So audience at home, to find out, go to twitch.tv.
I mean, the stream will have already happened by the time.
Oh, that's a really good point. Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Sorry. I'm so dumb. We're playing a game called Frog Fractions, which is
It's a math game.
Yeah, it is.
I love
it's a children's math game.
Okay,
that became famous on the internet for a while. A lot of streamers played it. There's like speedruns and stuff. It was one of those weird. So we'll play it. Audience at home, if you've seen it, it had a weird thing on Twitch for a while. But we're gonna go back to playing Slay the Spire on stream. I have unlocked more cards on the silent or on defect because I realized we lost our run. I mean, we got pretty far. But I realized, like, I hadn't had any advanced cards unlocked. I don't think we
did a good job.
We didn't have any rare cards. I think we had 1 rare card in the deck. Everything else was uncommon and commons.
We did such a good job.
Yeah, so
we really kicked
for
ass.
a complete, not a complete deck. I mean, that was a really good run we made. So now that I've unlocked some more cards, I think we're going to have a real good chance at defeating the heart.
So that's our call to action. Follow us on Twitch. We are WizBiz Podcast on Twitch. You can come and see us there.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. What else was I talking about?
What you're playing, reading, etc.
I have still been reading the Marcus Didio Falco novels, which are a series of historical novels taking place in ancient Rome. They have been so delightful that I've just been devouring them. I've been reading them like crazy. But I also just downloaded a couple of Bettany Hughes books. She's a historian who does like TV documentaries and stuff, but she's got some pretty good stuff that I'm looking forward to reading.
Boring. Honk shoe.
I'm sorry, honk shoe.
I just wanted to call back honk shoe. How
about you?
Have been playing the new Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, which is a long-awaited sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it is
Which one smells better? The Tears of the Kingdom or the Breath of the Wild?
Tears.
Okay, that would be my guess too.
But there was a lot of concern going into this, and there's no spoiler review because even when this episode comes out, it's not going to be that long that the game's been out. Boy, does it's so much better than it has any right to be. The fact that it's a sequel, using somewhat of the same world map, it's fucking amazing. It's giant. The new mechanics they brought in are really fun. It's an overall delightful good time.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing, I've been reading, I talked about this on Jaws, John Alex stuff. so just blow through because other people have heard it. But I just read the John Scalzi Dispatcher books.
Oh,
They're like novellas or whatever, but they're super fun. Like really enjoy it. It's set in a world 10 years ago. Basically 10 years ago, guy's hiking with his wife. Wife pushes him off a cliff, hits the ground and dies.
Oh yeah, that happened to me once.
And he wakes up so they're in like Nepal. He wakes up in his bed in California instantly. No one can be killed anymore. Well, every 1 in 1,000 times you stay dead.
Whoa.
Like statistically, not kill yourself 1,000 times and then you die. Like it's but killing yourself actually makes you die permanently, but dying of old age kills you permanently. But murder can't. So dispatchers are people that go to people that are like grievously injured in the car wrecks or whatever, and like real quick just puts a bullet in their head essentially, so they can respawn back at their house, and then they're back. Yeah. So it's it becomes like a kind of in a world where murder's nearly impossible, a murder mystery, and it's really fun. Yeah, it's just they're super good. Just there's no depth to them at all. They're just fun, well written, very modern.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So John Scalzi, the Dispatcher books.
I've been binge watching this show called The Manifest.
Oh, with the plane.
Yeah.
I watched the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely a way to eat up some time.
It is that's exactly my review of it. It gets better as it goes, which is rare for a show.
It is.
But I when it came back for the 4th season on Netflix, I never got around to watching it, which probably says a lot about how invested I wasn't. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought that mystery was really good, like the way they revealed it. It was a nice setup. It was like basically they went, "Hey, Lost. We'll just do that."
Yeah. Anyhow, I'm enjoying it, but it's not a masterpiece.
And so before we go, real quick, I did a call to action last time, but 10-year anniversary of my novel Periphery is coming out. It would really mean a lot to me if you left a nice review on Amazon, bought the book, told friends about it. If you've already read it, post on Twitter, post on TikTok, do things, because oh boy, that's a lot of memento mori going on here. There's a lot of, oh boy, I'm dying tomorrow because 10 years ago was that book and that didn't change my life.
Your hair's
as much
not
as it
even
should.
gray yet.
Yeah, I got some gray hair.
Where?
The sides got a little gray in my beard.
Yeah, he's making this up. I'm sitting right across from him. I don't see any gray hair.
Oh, that's because your old man eyes are going bad. I'm sure you. There's some.
Oh man.
Why am I arguing this? I got no gray hairs. Yeah, I'm a cool 20-something. All right, so anyway, Periphery. We'll leave a note in the show notes.
There'll be a link for that.
If you have any love for me or for Eric, inexplicably, leave a nice review on my book.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. And follow us online. WizBiz Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, and whizbizpodcast.com. You can go there to subscribe to the podcast. And you can find us anywhere that podcasts are normally found. So,
exactly.
Yeah, and that's it. And have a lovely period of time until you listen to our next episode.
Yes. Enjoy your fortnight. Bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen, meine Champions. Mwah. Mwah.